Okay. Alrighty. Just give me a sec. I'm just going through some invites here. Going through some invites. Hello, everybody. I'm about to do another live reaction to some phone calls. All right. Esperanza, you can come right up. No problem.
What's up?
What up? Nice to see you on camera for once.
I'm wearing a robe, so I'm gonna hide my. Well, you can see my face.
All goody, all goody. Yep, just doing some invites here, and
I can talk. Oh my god! Usually I'm at work.
yeah, I know you watch from work a lot. At least,
Right.
you said it's a good distraction though, so I'm glad that.
It's so good. Like someone will come into my office and I'll be like, you're just in the background." I'm like, hey, it's a good distraction to have in the background.
Well, good. That's what I like to hear. A little entertainment on the side for when you're feeling a little lonely.
Yo, and I am like, I will literally have like I always have my favorite sitcom on in the background on the TV, but even at work, like I'll have that, and I'll have like my phone. I'm like, they must think I'm crazy, but I need noise around me. Like, ironically, for a librarian, I'm like, I need noise around me at all times, and that helps me concentrate and get things done. So it was a
Yep.
productive morning.
Absolutely. All right. So I did queue something up here. I found a call from August 2nd. And apparently, this is another one of Gypsy's charade like breakups. I think she touched on this whole thing because you remember the last one I just did earlier today where she's all rattled about the fact that Raina is not just like jumping on board with her son marrying a murderer that's in prison. Yeah, I guess this is sort of something to do with that. But again, every single time Gypsy does this whole breakup thing, it's just to see, how persistent she can get the man to come chasing after her. No, don't do it.
Is this the
Don't
Jeff one?
do it. Dun, 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 dun. I'm coming, Gypsy. Dun, 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 dun.
Is it the one with the guy named Jeff?
Oh, let me see. This is what the thumbnail looks like. It just has as Reina in the middle of it. So I think what is this? Why does this thumbnail or AI make Ken look like Eminem a little bit? It looks like a weird I don't. It's like weird. I mean, Gypsy kind of looks like Gypsy, but again, it's like even AI makes them look slightly better than they do in real life. But then
Oh,
again,
for sure. She thinks she looks like that. Like anytime Lottie posts one, I'm like, she's gonna think she looks like that.
actually, some of the AI stuff, like I grabbed like some like that they did, like I did with thumbnails with me in it. Like some people actually thought, like, well, that's actually you actually don't look much different than that. Now I'm not trying to flatter myself, but it's like I know that I drastically look different.
There were like a few where you look really dark. I was like, whoa, they made you tan.
No, like oh no, I gotta show you some pictures of me when I was younger, when I was working at like Abercrombie and stuff like that. I had to go tanning like every week.
Oh my
So
god.
it was
I've
one of those
never
things.
been.
I'm gonna show you one of those pictures because I was like 21, 22, and that was like the store back in the day. So it was, like they held like a, if you were for men, you had to be like a certain height. You had to have like a certain hairstyle. I had highlighted like little spikes in my hair, like spiked in the front. It was like the
Had the rock
California.
star look. Like,
It was like the Final Destination look, is what it was.
And you had to be a certain size and able to shop there too. Like they only have clothes for
Someone named
small people.
Sari Rath is trying to make a request. I don't know who that is. Sari Rath, if you can let me know who you are and why you want to come up on panel, I'd be glad to. I'm sorry to have a little bit of trust issues, but the last live I had earlier today, there was a couple people that decided to
yeah.
be a little
And
unorthodox.
you know what the red flag was, Justin, with that Luca person is that they kept commenting, "Can I come up? Can I come up? Can I come up?" And I was
Yeah.
like, "Whoa, maybe you shouldn't," because that person's like being a little bit eager. But
Yeah, well, keep in mind, like sometimes I'll get fooled a little bit because, like, if I see like someone has been doing, like, I don't care about the gift thing, but it'll say like #3 gifter or something like that. I'll be like, okay, well then obviously they must be watching for a while or they must have been gifting for a minute. So it's like I thought that was someone that may be legit, but then like they come in there and start blasting the N word somewhere. They start taking their pants off or doing something ridiculous. It's just like, really, like, this is the, yeah.
And the last
But
person,
you
was
know,
that like a
crazy.
picture? Like,
You know,
I think I saw like a picture, like, I don't know if it was a live person or if it was like a picture of something, but whatever it was, I immediately reported. I was like, no!
well, what's crazy is like every single time they've attempted this, I've never been taken down. They still don't take
Right,
me down. So it's
right.
like it's almost in vain. I'm just like, okay, well, they're not going to ban my live. They didn't even restrict it. So I'm just like, I guess they're looking out for something like this. There might be people, or maybe there are profiles that have done this to many other profiles, and they
Yeah.
automatically know like not to take punish somebody because of their actions. But anyways, what we're gonna do here is we're gonna be listening to a call. Let's do a quick audio test. Can you guys hear that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so this is from August 2nd, and the theme of this is we got Ken over there saying, "What did my mom say?" And then I guess this is right after the visit that Ken's mom, Raina, comes to see Gypsy. And mind you, this is a long drive for her. It's not like down the street or anything. So when she went to go see Gypsy, it was for legit concern and quite a bit of concern, all things considered. And then the Gypsy bubble over there says, "Ken, I think we should break up." So this is one of those pseudo breakups, but I don't mean it breakups. I just want to see how much you'll chase after me breakups because I like to play games breakups. So it's one of those breakups. All right, so let's go ahead and start this off, and let's see how quickly we start to cringe.
The Chillicothe Correctional Center. This call is from a correctional facility and may be monitored and recorded. To accept this phone call, press 1. To refuse, thank you for using Secure. You may start the conversation now.
Well, I'm on my way to work.
The baby voice already.
The new one, my second day of training at the Hyatt today. I start at noon, and I work until 8.
Okay, cool.
They caught me before I go in, and this is like that job that I don't think I can answer the phone like during the shift, which like sucks.
Right.
But still, I need to try and call me at like 7:30 or whatever to take it out if you can.
I will. I'll save my 15 minutes for you.
Oh, will you? Can you do that for me?
I will.
You can do that for me? You sure?
Yeah, well,
It's just as boring as the last one, but that's okay.
Okay, well, I owe you one. I owe you one.
Yeah, you do. You owe me a lot of them.
Or what?
Well, just email me your new schedule if you know what it is. That way I know.
Well, I can email it to you right. I can email it to you.
His schedule is not being in prison. Sorry,
Gypsy.
Gypsy.
Undefined. Means I don't know when they'll cut me in. I could be let go at 5, so let's go at 7. I don't know. Latest though would be 8. Because last time they took me for 8.5 hours, so if they do the same, then I won't get off until 8:30 tonight. So I don't know. We'll see. But and then that's just my training day today. And then tomorrow, it's Friday, so I work 4 to midnight, and then Saturday same thing 4 to midnight, and then Sunday is undefined right now. I don't know yet because they might schedule me at the for day of training.
Okay.
They might not. I don't know. And then if they don't, I'll have Sunday off. They probably will because I told them I only have 3 available days before I go to Florida. And it's okay, we're probably going to try and get in here on all those 3 days. So even though I'm not on the schedule yet, they might put me on. So I'll let you know. But as of right
This
now,
call is from a correctional facility and may be monitored and recorded.
Still reminds him like every 5 minutes. Yep, I don't think they care.
Okay, I can manage to remember like.
So yeah, you're recording it.
I can't go into like memory.
And now the whole world's hearing it. Love it.
I'm meeting your mom tomorrow morning. So.
Oh my God, that's right.
That's tomorrow.
That's tomorrow.
I'll call you after the visit before you go to work. So.
Okay.
I'm sorry, there's no way. Ken has to be at least by, at the very least, or he's like Tom Cruise and John Travolta wrapped up in that closet.
But I think you
And there's nothing wrong with that. Nothing. But Gypsy would be in denial, thinking he's not.
Your inbox today or tomorrow. So I use all of my 600 characters that allow me to use an email. So.
Wow.
Very long.
Very long.
Very long.
Is it bad?
No, it's good. It's good.
It's all good?
It's all good.
You sure? Okay. Well, alright, I'll respond to it.
Okay, good.
Alright, well.
All right, so I know it's a little bit of fluff right now, but apparently a breakup is coming up. How long is this video? This call rather. It's only 27 minutes, but let's see where the breakup starts.
Coffee Correctional Center. This call is from a correctional facility and may be monitored and recorded. To accept this phone call, thank you for using Secure. You may start the conversation now.
Thank you, Off-Road.
Hey, I want to hear all about it. Is this okay? Okay, hold on. Listen, I'm putting on my sunglasses right now and walking out the door because I have to go downtown. So it might cut off. So just call me back in like 2 minutes, okay?
You want me to call you back or just call me?
Yeah. I'm walking out the door right now, but I'm gonna walk through the vortex. So just call me right back. I'll give you like 2 minutes.
Hello, this is a free call.
So he called her just to say I have to leave and call me back later.
The Chillicothe Correctional Center. This call is from a correctional facility and may be monitored and recorded. To accept this free call, press 1. To refuse this free call, thank you for using Secure. You may start the
Never mind, she called him. All right, he's forgiven.
Well, I'm here. How did you please tell me all about it?
I learned so much about you.
Oh my God, what?
Funny stories that I will tell you about.
Any stories you're not going to tell me about?
I don't want to hear him either. Probably made up. Do you guys remember when she was doing that phone call to Ken about like this is your last chance to have me call it off with Ryan? She described some dream that she had about like him doing these rugs in some New York City abandoned building or something like that. And she said she was really harsh on him when she was trying to like reprimand him and like, you know, be this like soapbox of like moral decency. I'm not sure if you remember that, but it's just like the whole story just stunk to high heaven. It was just, you could just tell this is some narrative that she wished like actually happened. But like, you know, there's no way like a dream would be that precise with that much detail unless usually you're making it up. I mean, with Gypsy.
I've never heard that before. When was that?
This was in the one jail call. You could look it up. It's on Audrey's page. It's when, you know, she does the whole, this is your last chance, Ken. This is like, I think 19 days or something before her and Ryan's supposed to get married. And yeah, she basically says that she has some weird dream that she found him doing a whole bunch of rugs in some little like dilapidated building in New York or New Jersey, somewhere over there. And basically what happened was like she reprimanded him and said what he's doing was wrong. Like, you know, she was like this angel moral compass person that got on the soapbox and saved him, you know, or something to that narrative. It's one of the most ridiculous made up stories I've ever heard. And again, it's like she was so certain of it. You know, most of the time when we dream, especially like if it's just an immediate, like a recent dream, you remember it very vividly, or you get like vibes of it. But she had like every detail down to a T. It's crazy. So I'm just like, yeah.
You know, that voodoo that she works so well, you know?
Oh yeah, absolutely. You know, it's just like you just get the wishing well, or like, you know, the magic rabbit ear or whatever it is. There's a lot of stuff like that. I'm not saying like none of that stuff exists or doesn't exist. Like I love tarot cards. I love like readings, and you know, I love
but I'm saying
dream catchers and stuff like that. You know, I like spiritual stuff, but it's Gypsy Rose we're dealing with here, so that's kind of been my issue. But let's go ahead and continue this.
You don't know.
They talked all about you. Talked about you.
I'm sure she
My mom told me to talk to you about. She's like changed her position. She's like she doesn't want us to get married in January.
And good for her.
About it too.
I'm glad she's using her brain.
And we talked about just a lot of different
Team Raina, not Team Ryan, but Team Raina.
I was like, you know, I can't sit here and tell you that we're not, because it's a both of us decision, so I can't make that for him, you know.
She told me, she was like, And then if you love Gypsy, you have to let her have a wild face when she gets out. And I'm like, what? Like, yeah, like, maybe there's someone big out there for her to be hard. And I'm like, what? What are you talking about? Did she say that to you?
Yeah, we talked about
And
it.
keep in mind, Raina drove hours to come see Gypsy. She wasn't just down the street. I know I've mentioned that, but that's a really big detail.
I don't know.
It was important enough for her to like go several states away to go face to face with Gypsy when she could have easily just called there, but it required more than a call.
I would have done the same thing for one of my sons.
Positive influence you've been on my life, and that I'm not gonna change my mind. I'm pretty much, even if I get out and so like I've spent enough time with you to know that you're not perfect. Okay, you got your flaws, and sometimes I want to fucking kill you. But
Here comes the real Gypsy again when she gets aggressive like this.
This call is from a correctional facility and may be monitored.
What up? What up?
Look that, and I'm like, I love the person that you are, flaws and all.
Justyn, what year is this?
Yeah, there might be somebody funny.
Pardon me?
What year is this?
This is 2019, August 2nd.
Okay.
Whatever. But at the end of the day, I love you. And that's not going to change.
Yeah, but there's somebody out there more handsome. That's for sure.
Yeah,
Yeah. They may be funnier, but definitely not more handsome.
exactly. You're right. Did you get the email?
No, I got your long one. Yeah.
Yeah, I told Christy to text you whenever I saw that one here.
Oh, she did tell Christy to text him.
And, I agree, babe. Like, I agree. I don't know. I just don't want you to think that, like, this is something or anything, it's just going through a hard patch, probably the hardest patch. Even together, I think it's hard as 6 months suspension. Like, 10 times harder. Because the 6 months suspension, we talk all the time, Now it's like, I don't know, listen, this is the reality. We still have 4 years to go. And, like, you're not gonna lose touch with me. Like, we're always gonna be in touch with each other. There might be passes where I'm starting to realize now that it's unrealistic. There might be passes where we're gonna have, times like these. I kind of worded it wrong. We're gonna have there's gonna be times where we're gonna have passes like this, and there might be times where the communication is gonna go to shit and we can't talk as much as we want to. My love for you is always still gonna be there, and my promise that you would do when you come home is still always gonna be there.
I know.
And this is by far the most intense, in a good way, intense, but also like complicated relationship. I don't want you to hear me out. I was getting it wrong. Like, I'm not saying it's complicated like you and I are complicated. Complicated, but things keep changing.
Well, yeah. I mean, complicated by the circumstances, probably because there's that thing called Gypsy is sitting in prison with Schmurder. I mean, you can call that complex if you want, but it's pretty straightforward in my opinion. I mean, again, 2019, she's not going to be seeing the outside until at least 4 years, 4+ years at that point. So again, it's like, I think Gypsy thinks it's absurd that someone's just not going to agree at the drop of their hat. Yeah, I would totally wait for, put a half a decade of my life off to the side and, dismiss every other opportunity in my life just to wait for you to, hopefully get out on an early release, which requires using another man, by the way. So, yeah, maybe it's complex in that sort of way. But again, it's just like every person, place, or thing to Gypsy is a means to an end, especially when it came to Ryan Anderson. But again, it's like I have no sympathy really for Ryan because he knew this. He knew that Ken was like her actual flame and the person that she actually wanted to be with. But you saw those emails. He's like, I will be your, what was some of the terminology used?
Side piece, I think was one of them.
We can have boyfriends. I'll be he's will. And again, it's like he wouldn't just she suggested different kinds of roles that he could play in her life, but it had to be romantic. had to be. Didn't matter what form. Didn't matter if it was like some FLDS, like several sister wives kind of thing, sister brother husbands, whatever you want to call it. It's like he didn't care. It's just like, yeah, basically, yeah. I mean,
Desperate times call for desperate measures for Ryan.
sure, but imagine going up to someone like Gypsy Rose, whose like biggest knack is to use people, and you have this guy drop into his knees saying, "Use me any way you want," and then he's sitting there in the car, all heartbroken and full of deception, thinking like, "Oh, why'd you do this?" It's like, bro.
Justyn, did you know I have her JPay transactions? I can see who was sending her money and how much they were sending her.
There's that one pay pig towards the end of that one lady where she kept calling her goddess or whatever, and then
Everybody's dying to know who that is. Like people are emailing me right now asking that. What I need a date, y'all. I need to know
it's like
what
one of the
date.
last. It's someone that she corresponded with all the way to like the time that she like basically got out. Like she was like she was being bankrupt. And you know what's crazy is Ken tried to justify this by like, well, that's just how you have to survive in prison. It's just like, as if that makes it okay. Okay, let's pretend like you had to do some kind of like drug trafficking or like other like, disabled prisoner trafficking or something. Is that okay because it's just your survival methods in prison? It's like, where's a moral compass somewhere in here? It's crazy.
Nicole, it could be Sherry because she was high up on the list on the Excel. Like she was 12th, 10th. I don't know. Let me look at it. She was pretty high up. Like obviously the most sent was by Rod. It goes Rod, Ken, Christy, Ryan. And then there's like Brian, Sherry.
Wow, so Ken was higher up on that list than Ryan was, and Ryan was the one that she was
Oh, by
actually.
far. Ryan only spent 2,700 on Gypsy. So he made out like a bandit with all the money he got from that marriage.
Right. I mean, but the thing is, it's just like, that's how everything with Gypsy's transactional. It's just like, whoever spends the most money on her is going to get further up on that list. She can be bought. And she knows that. And, that's why she had no problem immediately selling her soul to Hulu and to the news and to any platform she could find, willing to sign over the rights to her story, with the help and collusion of Melissa Moore and everybody else that got involved and to get their little piece of the action in there. And basically, again, Melissa Moore is the one that's going to see actual royalties and residuals from that book, while Gypsy was probably paid in a lump sum, which again, if she had a legit lawyer, that would have been worked out much differently. But again, Gypsy's impulsive. It's like as soon as she hears the number, yep, sign me up. Give me a pen. Let me sign my life away right now. She doesn't do anything like, research wise. She just hears the number, says, oh, I want that. And again, like even that one phone call, she's like, I'm going to have a Mercedes Benz and I'm going to have my own home. It's like she had enough money to get both of them and she didn't do either one of them. So it just goes to show, like, she wants to be an adult so bad, but she's going to continue to make all these stupid childish kid mistakes because she never got to be a child or a kid. It's like you can't have this both ways. You can't sit there and say something like that, but say, well, I'm also, mature enough to be a mom. It's like, actually, you're making a very good case for why CPS should be heading right over to your house and making sure that if you have any visitation, it will be supervised. And hopefully that's the case. I'm not sure if it's entered any kind of courtroom, but again, if she goes to Texas or, especially one of these more aggressive red states, it's just like they are not, people with murder charges are not to be trifled with. They will recognize that murderer as like a biological parent just on paper. And then, usually it's the other parent that gets sole custody, because unless they both have murder charges, which again, neither one of them would have them. Or if they did get him back, it would be a very big uphill battle. But again, let's hear what else this has to say, because I think we're going to get to the Raina part. And I'm eager to hear that because I kind of want to laugh.
We're how do we not know that next year they might limit it to one visit a weekend, and then one visit a month or something. I don't know. Who knows? It shifting things all the time, and I never expected it. But it's not that I still love you too, baby. Like I still love you too. I just met my mom today. Like this is the most serious thing I've ever had, and I love you. And like don't think that like I'm backing away from you or I don't care anymore or nothing like that because I absolutely do, 100%. But just, you have to just know that. I guess you have to just. I don't want you to overthink things, even though I know that those words are going to go on on deaf ears sometimes. We overthink things as people. Sometimes I do the same thing. But you remember that always.
Well, let's get to the breakup.
Things are coming and fixations are coming, and no matter what happens, I'm still gonna love you. I can't hear you right now because I'm walking over the highway. You have to hold on. If your phone is pretty low.
Do you want me to talk a little louder?
Yeah, I can't hear you. Hold on. I'm almost past
She wants to
it.
get the mic volumes right to make sure that her breakup can be, enhanced for dramatic effect.
All right, that could be better.
Can you hear me now?
Hear me now.
I just got like a lot of insight on the block. And I feel like, maybe sort of thinking about things in an unrealistic way. And I don't think that this is going to work.
Oh,
You don't think that what?
you're the one sitting in prison, and you're the one being like, "Oh, it's not going to work." Why? What schedule of yours is going to be interfering with his? Sitting in your cell on one corner of the room, and you switch to the other corner. Oh, I think it's going to work.
Why do you say that?
Yeah, exactly. Why?
I just don't think that it will.
That's a blanket
This call is
statement.
from a correctional facility and may be
I
monitored
just
and
don't think
recorded.
it. That's how you know she's not taking this seriously. I just don't know it will.
Why
Based off
I
of
don't
what?
know where that's coming from?
I think I want to take that 4-year break.
Oh, the 4-year break.
Gee, what
She's
the
bringing
hell
that
did my
up.
mom say to you?
No, it's nothing that she said.
What did I say?
You didn't say anything.
Where's it coming from?
Say what though?
What I want.
Oh, didn't say what she wants. Got it. He didn't say what I wanted.
What is the context? I still.
Again, you have to dance around and play her little circus games.
I'm
Or
gonna
else.
be with you when I get out.
Oh, you know what this is? Because he had a conversation with her saying like maybe, just discussing the idea of maybe it would be wiser for us to get together when she gets out of prison. Makes sense. It would make sense to anybody else, and if it's meant to be, it'll happen. So what she's trying to do is flip the script, being like, you know what, you're right. And I think now that I've thought about it, that 4-year thing you're talking about, until I get out, yeah, we're going to go ahead and do that. But again, she doesn't mean any of this. She just wants to see his reaction. And then, watch. He's either going to agree with the sentiment, especially because now his mother's really pushing for the same narrative. Why don't you wait? She's got 4 more years in there at least. And, then feel it out, which, that's the rational thing to do. But of course, Gypsy doesn't want rational. She just wants instant gratification, the end. So let's hear what else she has to say.
He has zero impulse control.
Oh, it's too hard, she says. What, sitting in your cell
And I think we would have
and
a
doing
better
nothing is
chance
too hard?
if we waited till I get out.
Okay. She's just trying to find out. Oh, nice response. Okay. that's not the reaction she was looking for.
Now. And, we need to continue to talk about it. I don't know if you just had a visit and all this advice or whatever. I don't know. What the hell did she say to you? I don't know. We didn't really go into it that much.
We had a great visit, and we had a great time talking, and
No, you
sharing
didn't.
stories.
No, you didn't.
It was a good visit.
You're ready to
It was a
rip her head
good
off.
visit.
You don't want me to be with your son?
I've been thinking about this over the last couple days, and it's just been more apparent that we're just going in separate directions, and
Separate directions? Exactly how is she going to go in separate directions when the only direction she can go is wherever the guards tell her she can go? And exactly what directions? It's not like she can make some career change while she's in there. It's not like she can go to the bar and meet some other guy. It's not like she can go travel and move to a different town. Exactly what direction is she talking about other than just sitting in her cell? Again, this is amazing stuff. But let's see what else she has to say.
You gonna cut me off your visitation list?
No, of course not.
Okay.
I call BS. I think she's using that as a game as well.
Yeah.
You took me off your visitation list.
No. No.
I mean, if we're not together, what's the point of moving here?
I knew we're not together. Are you breaking up with me?
In a sense, but not really.
You look tired.
I am tired. I've been tired this whole day. I've been up since 4:30 in the morning, and I ran around all day till like it's like early afternoon. I slept for about 2 hours last night. So this entire day I've been and I'm wired on coffee. And when you kind of like get a little bit wired and then you start to crash, that's kind of what I'm doing. I drink a coffee before, and I did that with the last live stream because usually I'm like nice and alert for stuff like this. But right now I feel like I can't even like control like like being alert. It's crazy.
Not really, because we're still gonna be together on the outside.
Well, you just said in a sense. Well, what kind of sense?
That sense of not being together while I'm in prison, but when I get out, yes. I can still work from home to you. Wherever that may be.
Are you talking to somebody else right now? Is that what this is about?
Oh.
No, God, no.
No, we all know that's a lie. She was talking to a whole bunch of other guys, whether it's that Robert guy, the Brian guy. She even got that guy to text Ken when he wasn't answering the phone. So, yeah, and we've seen the emails, everything else. She was talking to a Rolodex worth of dudes in there, and women. And women.
Not to mention that one now got arrested for being a PDF that she was talking to one of her boyfriends in prison. Got arrested for
P3DO stuff. Yeah, I think that's it. I remember the Jeff guy. Stephanie said something about the
That's
Jeff.
Brian Golden.
Brian Golden.
that's insane, right?
I want to get to that phone call where that guy Robert like roasts her, and she's like either has no self-awareness of what's going on, or she's trying to act humble, like I kind of agree with what you're saying, and it's kind of funny. It's just like on the inside, it's like she's seething to the core, ready to rip this guy's head off. But but I do want to do Brian's call. Maybe not tonight because I gotta get off soon. It's getting towards dinner time. But in the meantime, let's finish this off. It's not that much further. I think like 12 minutes.
I'm also very convincing.
Absolutely not. No. I'm not.
I just gotta check a message. I'll be right back, folks. Okay, good enough. All right, here we go.
I mean, honestly, what can anybody, what more can I be to anybody else than I could be to you 15 fucking minutes a day?
There's the real gypsy again. She thinks she can only be something if she could be on the phone more than 15 minutes. That's her method of manipulation. The longer she can stay on the phone, the more she can bamboozle random people to get what she wants. And now that they've limited that to 15 minutes, once again, that has rattled her.
Expected to hear this morning.
I just know that I love you so much, baby. I do. And everything that I do is just for the good of our relationship and trying to preserve it. Okay?
Hello, this is a free call from
Hey, it's Justyn.
an offender at the Chillicothe Correctional Center.
This call is from a correctional facility and may be monitored and recorded.
To accept this free call, press 1. To refuse, thank you for using Securus. You may start the conversation now.
Did you mean saying that for me?
No, actually I didn't, but it couldn't have happened at a more perfect time.
Shut up.
Well, it made it look that way anyway.
Right.
But see, listen, if you want a little bit of space right now, I understand, but I don't want to lose you. I don't want to lose contact with you.
You're not going to. I'm still going to be here, but this is your friend.
This is my friend. Okay, now I am gonna hang up on you. I don't want to talk to
Maybe just a little more then.
No, you're still gonna be my.
Yeah.
Or are you not gonna
What?
be my soulmate?
I know.
Solely?
I know. You have to wait a little while.
Fringe.
Can I come visit you like next week?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm just tired today. I got 2 hours of sleep last night. And I was up at 4:30 in the morning. I'm sorry if I'm tired today, but yes, I'm good otherwise. And I drank coffee, and it's backfiring because it could either wake you up or make you crash really quick.
Okay, the week after then.
No.
Why?
You started a new job. So.
I need to start what?
You started your new job, so I need you to focus on that. It's a good job.
Oh, listen to that.
Pays well.
No Job Gypsy is going to tell other people that they need to get a job. Isn't that rich? Like, who does this woman think she is? It's like you have No Ring Blanchard and No Job Gypsy trying to dictate and give advice to other people about jobs, relationships, and it's like, what chip on her shoulder is like stuck there? And like, could someone take it off of her, please? Like, this is like the craziest thing. You need to focus on this job thing. Gypsy, you've explicitly stated, like, you know, in so many words that you never plan on getting a job. In another life, if I got a job, you know what she chose? Social media. It's like, that's not a job. That's just like you just, you know, schmicking around on the internet. I mean, an actual job, one that contributes to society and not contaminates it like she does. You know what I mean? Maybe you can go be like a doctor. Maybe you could be a nurse. Maybe you can, you know, go to trade school for something. You know, it's like I think you'd look great cleaning the sewer pipes, Gypsy. I think you would look good with crap all over with shit all over your overalls. It'd be a good look for you, and it'd be a fitting one.
So, and it's like got good benefits and everything.
You know, this is.
By the way, no offense to anyone that does that kind of a job, because you want to know what? I think they pay really well for stuff like that, but I still think like Gypsy covered in human matter would just be a fitting, you know, just kind of vocational skill for her, because I think she'd be good at it. I don't think she cleaned up Aurora's or her own very well, but maybe she could do others. You never know. Give her a chance. You know, she wants a second chance for everything, but I would love that for her.
This is out of nowhere. This is out of nowhere. Have you really been thinking about this the last few days, or is it just because you talked to my mom today and she gave you a bunch of fucking
It's got
advice?
everything to do with your mom.
It's just, I think it's just the overall everything. The 15-minute thing, I've been thinking about it.
So because they rightfully limited her call to 15 minutes, and because Ken's mom actually has a brain and doesn't think it's very wise for him to get married to a murderer that's sitting in prison for the next 3-4 plus years, is not a good idea. Somehow it's everyone else is in the wrong. Everyone else is, got the problem. Oh boy, the lack of self-awareness is absolutely on new levels of, just new levels altogether.
Like, I never talk to you, I never see you.
That's because you're in prison. That's why you don't talk and see people. You're in prison.
Like, I feel like...
You have 1 minute left.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You feel like what?
I feel like, I don't know, like, we can make it better if we just wait.
Yeah, wait till you get out, like Raina thinks you should.
I know you go to work soon, so probably won't be able to call you until you after you go to work. But
See, that shows that and I guarantee she did have a quote job while she was in prison, and that shows that she's got the capability of working. She just does not want to. Grifting is better, and grifting is easier, and grifting comes in pretty good numbers. But it's just like, as far as anything else goes, I don't think this woman would ever have an honest day's work ever. You know what I mean? She'd have no problem living off the taxpayers, though. I guarantee that.
We just say goodnight?
yeah,
Later?
yeah,
Okay.
I love you.
I love you too, Justyn. I love you. Oh, my fucking heart. I love you.
Hip hip hooray.
Alright, babe. I'll talk to you later. Bye.
Hello, this is a free call from
Hey, it's Justyn.
an offender at
at the Chillicothe Correctional Center. This call is from a correctional facility and may be monitored and recorded. To accept this,
I still find it funny that they know that and they still say all this.
Now.
Hey.
She sounds completely, I don't know, off.
Okay. You alright? I can't hear you, babe. I can't hear a word
I
you're
can't
saying.
stand that voice.
You hear?
Yeah.
Okay. Love you too.
You at work?
Yeah, not bad though.
I didn't say that. I'm still gonna call you. I still want to be friends. I still want to like keep in touch and everything. That's not changed.
What's gonna change?
I mean, I guess it
I'm
is.
on the bright side. You have to go get you some pussy tonight.
I don't want pussy tonight.
Just one of the many things you can do without me locking you down.
Locking her down. Oh, yeah. Because
The
you're
crazy
going
thing to
to.
me is that yesterday you had a whole different opinion, and now that you've met my mom, everything has changed.
I think that you
No,
should
she probably got a reality
like
check from his mom.
stuff that I didn't take into consideration. I was being young, selfish. And now that I know that fucking the whole world is fucking against us.
That's not true. Whatever happened to it was you and I, and your care was for me.
Yes, I'm still tired. I apologize.
So unrealistic, you know?
Okay. Only unrealistic because we want it to be.
So I don't want this. No, it's not that
No, you're doing it.
I don't want this. But I have to do this. You know? I love you. I want to be with you.
You need smacked awake.
Our relationship and what it could be in the future.
Okay. Why don't you sleep on it and we'll talk tomorrow?
We'll talk tomorrow.
Talk tomorrow.
I thought about this. And it was bad. Like, I love the fuck out of you. I really, really thought the things could work out while I'm still locked up. And God knows they did for a long time. We gave it a good run. We had everything thrown at us. I was telling your mom about the whole Tasha drama, all the Tasha drama, everything. It was cute. I even had Miss Lightfoot come over to the table. I was like, Miss Lightfoot, this is Ken's mom, and she was telling her all about the kiss, and she was like, yeah, I pulled back her chair, and he went with her.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wait, I want to ask you a question, and I want you to be honest with me. Did she tell you anything and then told you not to tell me, but she told you?
No. She was completely honest with me. Like I said, we had a great visit. There was nothing.
And what light did she shed on what?
There was nothing that she told me that was mean in any way. Like she told me about the
Raina said
members
that?
of the family, people's stories about you, and you didn't tell me that like you just had only like one girlfriend.
They are cash cows. Oh, yeah, she sounds like it, absolutely.
No, I didn't have 8 girlfriends.
And again, I apologize for being on 2 hours of sleep again. So if I seem tired, I am. I even took a little slight nap today, and I'm still kind of. I haven't even eaten dinner yet. That's probably why. But no, I apologize if I'm a little
Yeah,
bit.
that'll do it too.
Oh no, absolutely. Because like I didn't. I had trouble getting to sleep last night. I didn't get to sleep till about. I had an appointment at about 5 o'clock this morning, and then I had work at 8. And then, yeah, just like, a whole bunch of stuff right in a row. And I managed to be in bed for about 2 hours. So, yeah, it's catching up pretty nice. And again, when you drink a cup of coffee, it does one or two things. Either it helps you lift up for just a minute. I'm going to say this again. Or you go right back into a crash. And that's what it feels like. It feels like an instant crash.
She was like one other girl before me. You never told me that.
I told you that I've only
This
had
call is from a correctional facility and may be monitored and recorded.
I told you that I've dated girls, and not to mention, what the hell does my mom know? I moved out of her house when I was 18. I've been in Florida and I've been here. She hasn't even been around my life. She has no fucking idea what things I've been doing.
Mama's boy.
And second of all, I did tell you that you're the first girl I said I love you to. You're the first girl
I'm a mama's boy, too, so I get it.
But, you know.
In fact, I'm not sure. I think my mom's in this live stream. So if mom, you're in here, everyone say hello to Justyn's mom or Mrs. Brodsky. She's in here. And mom, if you're in there, go ahead and comment. Come on, Stephanie Brodsky. I know you're in there somewhere. We'll see if she answers. You don't support me anymore, mom. There she is. Hello, go to bed. Everyone say hello to my mother. She's great.
Dating, and then there's like
Hi, Justyn's mom.
This is like you were the most serious I've ever had, and even in this circumstances. I love you. I love you, not love. I love you.
I love you. What a simp.
But
my name is Ken, and I'm a simp, just like Ryan.
And I'm going to think about things for a couple days. And I'm still considering this an unfinished conversation. And you can consider it different, but I think that we still have things to talk about. And if you want to take a day or 2 or 3 to think about things and call me back, just call me back. Don't not call me for weeks.
I'm gonna call you. I'm gonna let you go to Florida. You know,
No, you're not gonna call me until I get back from Florida.
I just sent you out another letter that's completely contradicts everything I'm telling you on the phone. But this is before, I did last night, so.
Look, I have a letter from you waiting for me at home because I didn't get it yesterday. I just expected that.
Yeah.
So just disregard it, is what you're saying?
No, I don't remember what I wrote to you. I think so. I can't tell you disregard it. I can't remember what I wrote you.
Alright, babe. Well, I'll let you go because I'm
All right, so I guess that cringe fest is not as much as I thought it would be. But again, I have to do a little more research. I'm going to go ahead and go through like the list of phone calls rather than just search for them on a whim, because I want to find the ones where Ryan and Gypsy start talking about the R word as a joke if one of their kids came out not so right, and also what she called the stuff that they were basically attacking Andre with, which is disgusting. Once again, and and it's straight up like full blown N words and everything else coming from the Ryan part of this, and with Gypsy just laughing and thinking it's great. Again, it's just like I will always forever believe that even with the cosmetic procedures that Gypsy is going with right now is to somehow emulate Mia in some way, because I think Mia is her ultimate competition. And and regardless of what you think of Mia, at the I got to give her credit where credit's due. She's got a very good job. You know what I mean? She's not just grifting off of someone's death. She's actually went out and got herself a career. She's going to be a bride and not just a no ring Blanchard like Gypsy. And if and when she has children, she's not just gonna have a baby daddy situation. She's gonna actually have a father, and they're gonna have a domestic situation. And nothing against single mothers, but this is the way Gypsy compares herself to Mia, and she's even admitted in so many words that Mia is one of her, if not her biggest trigger. So, you got to consider all the different moving parts when it comes between the jealousy factors of both Gypsy and Mia. But the thing that really rattles me as of current is the fact that not only that Ken and Gypsy are split, but it has to do with Parker. And I probably have just as much as someone that abuses animals as they would a child. So if something was going, if Ken could not trust Parker being around Gypsy, and he had to board his own dog, in from his own house, and couldn't leave him alone with Gypsy, then, again, boarding dogs is not cheap. So he thought
Right.
it was necessary to do so. I don't know why bringing him over to Christie or Rod's or somewhere close by wasn't an option, but whatever it was, he was wanting to protect his baby because, when it's your dog, that's your baby, and you will protect them at all costs. And whatever happened, he did not trust Gypsy around Parker for whatever the reason is. I guess use your imagination, but I would say proceed with caution because who knows what she did and how she did it. But regardless, that spoke volumes to me. Again, if I was dating somebody that was doing harm to animals, that's somebody I would be separating from real quickly. There's no excuse for any of that. And I think a lot of it might have to do with the jealousy issue because again,
Yeah.
we've seen the dynamics between Parker and Ken. Ken absolutely loves him. That's like he sleeps on the bed with him. He dotes on him 24/7, and God forbid Ken gives some sort of attention to someone other than her, and if that other person, place, or thing is Parker, then that's her next target. And again, it's just like, and I got real nervous when that blanket video came out and
Yeah.
scissors going and she's flying into this rage and Parker looking not very happy, not wagging his tail or anything, is standing like 2 or 3 feet behind her. It's like, oh, please leave that dog. Do not touch that dog, whatever you do. It's just like, I'd rather see her fall off the roof and break every bone in her body before she even like smacks that dog over the nose. I don't wish harm on anybody. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying,
Right.
please leave the dog alone. You know what I mean? It's just like otherwise you deserve some really, really harsh consequences.
Not just that, the fact that if she's that jealous of the dog, then I can only imagine how she's going to be with the kid.
Yeah, see, that's another thing. I think Aurora is probably being primarily taken care of when Ken is not able to take care of her, like during his, work shifts and all that, because we do know he has a job. I'm thinking, Grandma Christie is probably going to be the main role in that. I know she already took, like, direct interest in taking care of Aurora. So, getting Ken's permission. And again, it's like Gypsy, I think, knows that she's dead to rights when it comes to, like, having any kind of custody regarding Aurora goes, especially if you were to go to a state like Texas. Texas, at the most, would list Gypsy as the biological parent. She might be able to get like an occasional weekend visit with state supervision or family supervision approved by the state, and that's about it. There wouldn't be any joint custody hearings. There would be none of that. She would be dead to rights because not too many schmurderers are walking around Texas. You know why? Because they're in prison for the rest of their lives, as they should be. But for some reason, Missouri felt like we should do this social experiment, but not only releasing this dangerous criminal, but let's give her own show. Let's give her own like huge platform to influence little kids. Let's go ahead and, give her all this like thousands of dollars in documentaries of like, falsehoods about a victimhood status that doesn't exist. Let's go ahead and do this little social experiment and see how well it goes. And again, if and when something happens that's going to, be sort of like a pattern of what we already know about her, that blood is going right on Missouri's hands. And we would hate to be the ones to say, hey, we told you so. But again, hopefully there's not going to be any real collateral damage or any casualties in between that time. Hopefully this is going to be a self-destruction journey of her own and by her own, doing and abiding. So hopefully, like, she's not going to take anyone down with her, but she seems to be the type that would, or at least would try. So hopefully, whatever happens with her, she just does it to herself or to a blanket or something like that. Some inanimate object I'm okay with, but it beats it beats having it happen to an actual person because, I fear for, Aurora. I fear for Mia and, the people close to her that, are getting the kind of attention that she wish she had. So, when you have somebody like that walking around and you've got like fire and gasoline in the same room, eventually those two things are going to collide, and Gypsy can collide with any one of those people, places, or things at any time.
Someone named Watchdog said boarding a dog for 2 weeks costs around $500 to $1,000. Wow, that's
Oh
a
yeah.
lot.
Oh, absolutely. Like my mom used to board her dog when she would go on vacation and stuff like that. I forget exactly how long, but I remember it was like costly. So again, if you're just boarding your dog to go to work for the day, which is absurd. You know what I mean? It's like you're supposed to have like this like, baby mama partner like whatever, and your girlfriend, whatever you want to call her, because she's always going to be no ring Blanchard, is sitting, in the house with no job and no hobby and no income. Just and I have a lot of nicknames for her. She's no ring Blanchard and she's no job gypsy. So based on those two factors alone, there should be no reason why she can't watch a dog and occasionally walk him when he needs to go to the bathroom. It's like, why is this such a huge relation?
Isn't it rumored that she's living in Rod and Christie's
Yeah.
garage?
I don't know about garage, but according to Autumn, they are currently broken up and again because of the Parker situation. And I don't know. I think she's been there. According to her, it's been a little bit less than a month that she's been over there, or this whole thing. And again, I saw. I think in my opinion, I've always said that I think the jail calls is what has put the nail in Gypsy's coffin as far as anything else goes, whether it's her relationship with Ken, the narrative among, everybody like, online and that do research on her or do any content on her. I think once those phone calls came out, and maybe she saw them coming a mile away. Maybe that's why she got off TikTok, quick enough to make sure that she wasn't going to experience any of that backlash. And now she's just on IG basically showing off this Glotox thing, which doesn't look very good, by the way. It costs thousands of dollars to do it. And yeah, and then other than that, and she's very selective on who can leave the comments in the comment section. And yeah, other than that, it's funny that she can break like 9 million plus people on TikTok, but when she goes on YouTube or any other platform, Facebook, what have you, she could barely crack like 5-10,000 people. So that to me says like bots galore when it comes to TikTok, because it's like with TikTok I got like, I don't know, like 8.5K, you know what I mean, with like maybe 130 40 something thousand likes. On Facebook, for example, now I'm kind of restricted on Facebook a little bit temporarily for that whole 90-day thing that took away my monetization and my recommendation for other.
I would say you can't trust a person that can't take care of an animal, but we know she already murdered her mom, so she did that really backwards.
Yeah.
And where's the baby in all this? In this breakup situation, where is the baby? If he's housing, his dog, who has the baby?
Dylan. Isn't it Dylan's baby to begin with? That they borrowed for promos?
Yeah.
He does not seem concerned because for a fact she would be posting that baby every chance she gets.
That's what I'm saying. Because normally that's her distraction MO, is like, but again, she can't do the happy family thing if, Ken isn't there. So I'm just curious, where's the baby? Who's taking care of her?
Okay, guys, sorry about that. Let me go ahead. I gotta get going, guys. I gotta get dinner going here. So, yeah. Anyways, I'm glad you guys sat with me through that. I'm sorry, I'm a little tired today because once again, I got 2 hours of sleep. And yeah, I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do some more research on what calls and what like I was gonna do a long time ago, but I think the ship has sailed. I wanted to do an actual like a live reaction to that Tori Spelling podcast that she did, because that one was just so cringe inducing and so anger inducing with like that whole thing. So I'm not sure if I'm gonna do that or go into some old territory or what. But I'm also paying a lot of attention to the Lindsay Clancy trial right now too. So I'm trying to like do what I can to pay
Right.
attention to some stuff non-GRB related. There's a lot of different theories and a lot of things swirling around with the Lindsay Clancy case, but then again, it doesn't really match up with what the defense is saying. Like a lot of people pointing at the husband and stuff like that, and it's just like, well, it's like it's kind of hard to put that theory in there when even the defense themselves says that Lindsay's the one that committed the act. So
Right, and it depends on how young her youngest was, because
yeah, well, another thing,
it
people are
could be
saying like, oh,
postpartum.
people are saying that detectives came up to the hospital and coerced her into. I'm not saying this is like I'm not pro Patrick or what I mean. Like some people, to me, I see another like Andrea and Rusty Yates situation where it's just like both of them seem to be very reckless in what they were doing as far as like her getting worse every time she had a kid. So what do? They keep having kids. It's like they should have stopped when there was initial problems from the get go, but. It's a tragic case all the way around. I'm eager to see what the defense is going to be. But other than that, it's like, there's a lot
Babies
on.
don't save everything. That
Yeah,
also
I'm trying to
goes for
remain
Gypsy.
Yeah, I'm trying
It's
to
like it
remain.
circled around.
But I literally like gotten like I was not trying to spar with anyone about this, but one person got really upset with me because I said I was just going by what the trial's been presenting so far. Well, then you don't have an open mind. You haven't done this. And I'm just like, well, where are you getting your information from? They're like, well, there's people on TikTok that know what they're talking about. I'm like, oh, okay, TikTok. Nothing against TikTok, but it's like I'm watching the trial, gavel. I'm watching the same stuff the jurors are watching. Jurors can't go to TikTok and be like, well, I'm going to base my verdict off this. You know what I mean?
Right.
Whenever I watch a trial, I do it like as if I was a juror. You know what I mean? It's like I can look up other things. I can like look up news reports and get the pundits to give me their opinions and what have you, and listen to some other theories. But it's just like the only thing I'm doing, especially gathering information, is listening to the testimony, listening to what's allowed in court, and just kind of do it that way. And some people are getting real upset that I didn't do anything beyond that. It's like, well, that's all I'm just watching the trial gavel to gavel like I did anything else as if I were a juror. And the theory, I've heard like 4, 5, 6 different things. And then like I asked for proof and I don't really get much proof in some things. Some people say it was a different person that went to Walgreens. His friend looks kind of like him. I don't know. And I'm not saying that's right or wrong, but it's just like, it's been quite the rabbit hole of a case so far. But it's going to be hard to say that it was Patrick when even her own defense and Lindsay herself are saying it wasn't Patrick. So that's going to be an uphill battle for them. But I'm posting a video on just some basic information about the trial so far. So I'm going to put up a video about that. And in the meantime, you guys have a good rest of your night. I'm going to get dinner ready to go. I'm going to make some tuna melt. I don't know. Do people like tuna fish anymore? I like to make tuna melts with cheese on them on like a nice
I love tuna melts.
with
But you gotta,
sourdough bread. Oh,
with
Esperanza, you're
yes,
breaking my heart here. Espo, come on.
and you gotta have pickles in there too.
Yeah, absolutely. I know. It's
no.
severely underrated. But Espo, I did make tostadas.
Gross.
I had tostadas the other night, and I made them homemade, and they were so good. I love all like Mexican food. Like I love any, you know what I mean? Like
True.
any kind of Hispanic food, I absolutely love, and Chinese food, any kind of Asian food, love it. But yeah, dude, I'm a pretty good cook. I have like Italian ancestors, so it's just like I can make a killer baked ziti. I can make any kind of like pasta, stuff like that. So
My kids
yeah.
would love you then, because they would be all like, "Oh, we love pasta, blah blah
And
blah."
I can make a bangin' sauce, by the way. I can make a bangin' sauce from scratch with all, and I can make it healthy too. I can get like, the organic pasta with the organic sauce and, just get really, like, if you want really cheesy, I could do the 3 cheese with like a parm additive, you know what I mean? And I do my own little spicy additives. Just anything pasta related, manicotti, that's like my thing. But and I can make a killer meatloaf too if you like meatloaf. Some people don't like that either. It's okay. But you know what I mean? It's just like there's some like foods that are like people don't talk about anymore, like meatloaf and macaroni and cheese. It's like what a badass combination if you give it a chance.
Right,
But
that's
anyways, you
what I
guys,
always
Well,
have too,
yeah.
because my son likes that.
Yep, I like
CP,
to
he's
cook.
Italian.
See, one thing is like, especially when I was living in Wisconsin, like I never had kids of my own, but across the hall. I had my friend Erin, and she had 6 kids, but 2 of them were adults. Oh my God, her son, who'd gotten enlisted into the army, he has had the same girlfriend since middle school. And they were at a turning point where it's like, he's a senior in high school, she's a senior, and I actually got to witness this. But when he got enlisted into the army, he was in his private uniform, when you become a private, and he got down on one knee in his, new uniform and proposed to his, middle/high school sweetheart. I thought it was the most gushing thing I've ever seen in my life, because it's just like you have these two people that grew up together and came into this romance over time, and then he's just like, you know what, he's like, most people would think that it's just a high school and middle school fling. He's just like, I don't want to live it. I heard what he said. He's just like, I don't want to live a day without you. He's like, I've lived the past 4 years with you and grew up with you. Now I want to grow old with you. He said something like that. I was like, that's beautiful.
And I literally married my high school sweetheart, so it's possible for it to last.
Oh, absolutely. And he's a very mature guy. He's extreme. He's very big into fitness and stuff like that. And then also, I remember when she had her. I mean, like I said, she's a little bit dysfunctional. She's got 6 kids, 3 different baby daddies. But the youngest one, her name is Chloe. And I remember when she was pregnant with Chloe, and I remember when she was born and all that. But it was a couple of years later, and Chloe's running around talking. And I remember she would knock on my door, and she's like, "Uncle Justyn, I'm coming to stay with you for a while." I'm like, okay, let's go talk to your mom for a minute. And then because she loved me and my dogs and stuff like that, so I'd always let her come in and play with the dogs. And the other 2 sisters of hers and the one brother, I let the one brother, I was trying to teach him guitar. The other sibling, she's got 2 older ones and 4 young ones. So she's got the son and the 3 daughters, and the 2 middle daughters, especially anytime I would pull in with the car to my apartment and they'd be leaving or something, they'd be yelling out the window, "Uncle Justyn, Uncle Justyn." I've been Uncle Justyn to 50 kids. It's I have no kids of my own, but it's just I will play Uncle Justyn all day, and I love it. I used to spoil those kids because, first of all, their mother never had any money, but it's just those kids would be hungry and they would have nothing in the house. They'd be like, who wants to go to McDonald's? I'll take I'm going to go to McDonald's. You guys write down your order. I'm going to go get it, and we're going to have a McDonald's party. And that's exactly what I would do. But anyways, no kids here tonight. No, I have many nieces and nephews across the landscape, going across the, from sea to shining sea. But for now, I'm just going to make just dinner in one place. So I'm going to get on that for right now. You guys, thanks for hanging out with me. I'm going to do another live stream tomorrow. So I'm going to figure out what that is, and I will keep you guys updated. In the meantime, I did put up a new video. It's another little debunk video for Gypsy, as I always lovingly love to give her. And then I'm also going to post something on the Lindsay Clancy updates. And also I'm going to start doing the thing again where I start to grab the tabloids and I just kind of give my own little commentary as I read the tabloids. I used to do a lot of those. I'm going to do a couple more because I saw some ones that just kind of irked me a little bit. I'm going to go ahead and screen shoot these, do a little green screen, and we're going to go ahead and read these together. So look out for that. And you guys, thanks for hanging out with me twice in one day. First time I've ever done a live twice in one day. And
eat your tuna melt and get some sleep, man.
Yes.
Yeah,
oh, yeah.
Absolutely. Rest.
So, and thank you guys so much for putting up with me.
All us mothers.
I'm fine now, but it's as soon as I'm hearing Gypsy and Ken's ridiculous voices, I'm sitting there ready to go to sleep. I'm just forget this. But all right, you guys have a great rest of your night. Everyone have a good one.
Good night.